events and stuff like that. Every once in a while, there's females that show up. I never see a problem like at like a local Chicago scene, but when it's like a regional, like major event where you got people from out of town, I think that's when you see people have like a more cavalier attitude, and they feel like they have the right to act a little bit more wild and things like that. I'm not sure if that's just the case here in Chicago where guys have seen.
No, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, people. I mean, myself included. I act a fool at events. I don't care, but I'm not trying to. Pardon my French. I'm not trying to get laid. I'm trying to get hammered and have a good time.
Exactly.
You know.
Trying to get
All
your
right.
brains laid.
But now, wait. Let me introduce Melanie. You there?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Hi.
perfect. Melanie is the woman who started the group for the women. Give us a little background of yourself, and then give us a little background of why you did it and the whole point of it.
Of course. The background of myself, I've played fighting games for probably since about 2004. I've mostly played a lot of anime games. I'm from Chicago, so I started in the local Chicago scene. And like what Wynston said just a few minutes ago, I've never experienced this type of stuff in the Chicago scene. Like, the guys are typically super nice. I've never felt uncomfortable or anything like that. And I've gone to tournaments for a really long time. The reason I started the group was really to get the ladies of the FGC unified and to get to know each other and meet each other and, share information. Maybe they're going to the same tournament and someone doesn't have a room, that kind of thing. Maybe they could trade, secrets on strategies for whatever game they like. Different stuff like that. That was the point of the group. Similar to the group mentioned earlier, the Gentlemen of the FGC, that was basically why I started this group. It wasn't a women are on a pedestal, we think that we're an exclusive club and the guys all come and hit on us just because we're girls. That's not what this group was for at all. So
I mean, it's safe to say that, the intent of the group wasn't to talk about guys' dicks and who's the best kisser in the FGC.
No sex here even is true.
I mean, I will admit this. You guys put that troll group together, and that shit had me pissing my pants. You put work into it.
My Nintendo picture was so godlike. I was like, I love PS3, and there's a Nintendo. It's so fucking awesome. I was plotting there.
And you guys had it where it wasn't something where people were like, oh, this is just some generic bullshit. Like, you commented on whatever you guys said. You commented and liked it. You actually added more wood to the fire. I was like, wow, they must have spent half a day just making this troll page.
Yeah.
Now the fact that it actually is, Manny wants. Oh, well, I'm not paying attention to Manny. Manny, I'm sorry, man. I'll pay attention to you in a little bit. Go play your crappy ass KI. Go play the Amazon version. But, the point being that, it was a group that was started basically for women to communicate, because reality is this. We could say women are more vicious, and there is kind of truth to that. And there's been a lot of talons that were getting swung around in the FGC for the last couple of years that I've been in it. And, this is a way that it's like a private on-blast show for women to work out their issues, which can only benefit the community as a whole, because if the women that are actually coming to these events or want to come to these events start coming to the event, then that'll give them the opportunity to say, oh, you know what, I actually got 5 friends that actually play, but they really didn't give a crap. Now I can actually say, it ain't that bad of a community. Come check it out, hang out. And look, if you're not married and you get some, as like everybody likes to say, all you thirsty folk out there, it's between you and that person. It shouldn't be public knowledge. It shouldn't be on Twitter. It's not part of social media. It's your private media.
I could never understand that, James. I mean, getting pussy and talking to some guy about getting pussy. Getting actual pussy is better than talking about it to some dude. It never makes sense to me. But here's the thing I was going to talk about. I know Master Snake going to get on me for playing devil's advocate, but alright, thinking from a male's perspective, right? Getting pussy is kind of like one of among the top 10 things. Even if, alright, I had a situation where I was talking about the white knight business, right? There was some dude who was attacking some girl, and I got in there and I beat that guy up or whatever, right? Primary focus was, making sure nobody got hurt. But the problem is, no, in the back of my mind, like, objective number 10 was the possibility of getting pussy. It was at the back of my mind. And I think most men think like that. Even if they go to like a gaming competition, right? At some point in their mind, if there's a girl there, at least the thought has crossed their head, depending on how they look.
I would add an addendum to that. I don't think it defeats the principle of, standing up for someone, who's getting picked on and shit like that. It's just a simple principle, It works for like a kid or anything else. If you see somebody being unjustly targeted, you step up because certain people are made of that stuff and certain other people are just followers, So...
Yeah, but, again, this is an issue of the women feeling welcome. Now, the fact that they put a group together, that was a way for them to click back and put something together, a backbone for them within the community that can help them grow. And we're out there trolling them. And I'm not using Korn as an example, because Korn was clearly breaking balls. And, I understand where Korn's coming from. In the sense of, look, they want women treated the same as guys. That they genuinely do. Now, they might throw some things out there that come off a little rash, but the point is that the way they do it is because of mine and Adonis's upbringing. We grew up with that tough love shit. If I see a guy in a wheelchair, or a guy, a guy missing his arms, I'd be like, yo, you need a hand? And people be like, oh, that's cruel. But to me and to them, it's like, I'm not going to treat any type of handicap as a handicap. I'm going to treat you as if you were just somebody else in the tournament or the FGC. Now, granted that women need a little pickup. They do need a little pickup because the numbers obviously are dismal compared to guys. I mean, what would you say? 20 girls in the FGC?
If that.
Yeah.
So with 20 girls, that number's not gonna go nowhere unless we as guys can give them a little space on things like let them become friends with each other. We don't need a private chat FGC dudes.
Right, that's true.
Exactly. It's already a boys club. Like, what do you guys need that's gonna help you guys be safe? Y'all are already safe. Y'all don't have to worry about anything. Y'all are good. Like, women need to talk about issues that have been pushed under the rug.
It's like we need to fill in the issue.
What up? One at a time.
Let me put a question out there. Because I didn't read through like all 700 comments, but I really want to know, like, if there's anybody on the line or anybody in the chat, what is the problem with women-only spaces? What is the problem? Because, like you were saying, James, that half of it was joking, but then some people were serious. So the people that were serious, what's the problem? Let's talk about it. What is the problem?
You know what the problem is?
You feel left out? You feel alone?
Though, is like, I was trolling the whole time. Like, a lot of us were joking. I thought it was a fucking joke. I thought it's like, and then people started getting serious. People were like, nah, if it was my daughter, she wouldn't fucking play games. Like, fuck pro hoes, this, and this. And I was just like, yo, are you serious? Like, this is really real.
Go ahead, Melanie.
Can I address that really quick? That was something else that came up really quick when the group became public and people started noticing it. I've heard that it's been on event hubs and like all this other FGC stuff. It was immediately assumed that all of us were whores, and that isn't fair because we play games. Like, none of these people know virtually any of the girls in the group. And it was just assumed that since we like to play fighting games, or we maybe have a majority of male friends, that we are instantly all whores. And I'm not talking about the joking. I know some of the corn dudes. I don't have a particular problem with them. I'm not talking about the joking. I'm talking about the people that were serious. And it did get really serious.
Like,
and that's a
there
problem.
were people that were serious. And that
I want to know, as far as like guys, I don't get this. Like when I go to a video game tournament, girls, as far as like trying to pick up a girl or talk to a girl, get a phone number, that is the farthest thing from my mind. And I think most guys, would say the same. So why do they assume?
Number 10. Number 10.
No, like when like I mean, like if I'm going to a club, I'm getting ready, man. Like I'm gonna make sure I'm looking right and everything.
And that club is
straight.
Yes.
But when I'm going to a fighting game tournament, I got a million nerd shirts. I'm gonna put on one of those. I'm just gonna throw on whatever jeans or whatever. And I'm just gonna go. I'm trying to play. And so why is it that guys are assuming that girls are showing up because they're looking for guys? They're showing up to play too.
They have no value of women.
Exactly.
Their value of women is sex. Their value of women is object. Their value of women is, does this bitch make me look good when I walk in here? Their value of women is not as a competitor or a person.
Or you saying like trophies?
Wait. It's not so much that. It's a question that's been asked since the dawn of fucking time. It's like when a guy goes to a baseball game or a basketball game and he sees a girl that's there enjoying herself and's not there with a guy. He's like, well, she likes basketball. I like basketball. Let's go back to my hotel room and bang. And no matter how much that's not how that actually works, it's back to what Russell said. So, number 10. It's just in the back of the DNA of guys' mind. Now, I'm not sticking up. I'm not making an excuse. But the other problem is like, in the FGC, people, guys want to believe it's that easy because, again, everybody is still stuck in that 20-year-old mentality where I want to get laid every day. And if the girl's coming there because they like fighting games, it's something to talk about. Oh, let's just make this easy and bang.
I mean, first
very
of all,
stupid.
I want to be honest with people. Like, it ain't happening for them like that. They know that it's not. It's never in their life happened for them like that. So the rationale is just way off.
So let me ask. We all agree these people are beyond ridiculous. How do we create the proper social pressures against these actions so that we can get people like Amanda and the other person, I'm sorry, I can't see your name. Melanie. I'm sorry about that. We can get them, into our community and shit like that. Like, what do we need to do? What's the solution?
Well, the issue is it's not even about women. The issue is that in the FGC as a whole, there is a culture where people love drama. They don't care whether it's about women, whether it's a race thing, whether it's a money thing.
Well, that's not
I think that's
whenever there's a situation where people have a choice to squash something or create drama, they will always choose to create drama.
No. How about this? I'll put this out there now. From this day forward, guys that actually want that go to tournament scenes. I mean, let's do this the way New York did in the 70s. We'll make some motherfucking guardian angels.
That's right.
And we'll put people at tournaments that if a girl feels... Now, I'm not talking about y'all thirsty-ass white knight motherfuckers either. I'm talking about a guy. I don't care. He's got a wife. He's faithful to his wife. He ain't going to a tournament to try and knock boots. That if girls start coming to these events, they have someone they can go, yo, this fucking dude over here, he's breaking my balls.
Yo, James.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, good. Keep going.
So some kind of thing that will give them at least a sense that the community is actually looking up to grow this side of the community, which is the women in the FGC.
Right, so and not just that, but look,
there, if you see, are gonna have to be unpopular. You're gonna have to suffer the slings and arrows, but you're gonna have to stand up and say something.
Jesus.
My God.
Oh, by the way, I love your Avi, Derek. That David, that's fucking awesome. I love that shit. That Tyrion.
No.
Yo, but the point is, if you're gonna stand up for people, don't limit it to girls, right? It could be a gay person, it could be Crying Brian, whoever it is. If you see some stuff going down that's not cool,
but Crying Brian was it turned into a positive, really.
No,
so we can't.
Man. Crying Brian
what he's saying is the principle.
Hold on, Melanie. Was it Melanie or Amanda was saying something?
I'm sorry.
I was saying.
Okay, Amanda.
The thing about women, though, is that the change needs to start with women showing other women that it's a good community. Because women, they go from what they know, and like that's kind of what we were trying to do. So I mean, I think we're moving in a positive direction. It's just as long as people stop rating women on streams, live, shots fired, I think we'll be okay.
I give you all a 10.
Okay. Oh,
by
Amanda,
the way, I need 9 more Valentines, and I'm looking.
Oh.
So
But Amanda and Melanie, what else?
Wait.
Go ahead, Mike.
Amanda, you mentioned the stream chat and rating women, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct, or did I hear you wrong?
Yeah.
The stream, the corn stream where they were rating women. And you're wondering what to do to help women. Don't support it. I mean, they're only doing it because they're trolling and giving tough love and being funny.
but
Those guys, right?
Yeah,
but
that
it's
was
like,
joking,
why are you like not? And I'm saying you, not you directly, but why are people supporting it? It's so funny, ha ha ha. Let's talk about these women we don't know anything about. You want women to come to your
followers, and they don't want to be unpopular.
One at a time.
I'll tell you why. Well, mostly it's because of what Jason said. You know, people are bandwagoners, they're followers, but also because, and it's not a cop-out, but people like drama. People like to see other people fighting for their own amusement. And the number one thing is, to you and Melanie, is that your name? I'm sorry. Okay. To the two of you and to all the women in the FGC who want, to become more than just, a small group, you gotta forget the trolls. It's a big problem in the whole FGC. Like last week, I saw people, calling me a bitch and whatnot, telling me, "Oh, you blame the stream chat for trolls and whatnot," and I forgot about it. I didn't scream at them, "Fuck you" or anything. I just forgot about it. You like, I'm not telling you to grow a thick skin, but there are some things you're gonna have to shake off.
I think
you have to grow a thick skin.
Let her go.
Wait. Listen. Okay, me personally, I don't give a fuck. You want to tell me I'm a 2? Fuck yeah, I'll be a 2. You want to tell me I'm a 3? Fuck yeah, I'll be a 3. You want to know what matters? Ibuki matters. How I play matters. But my thick skin and what I have to deal with and the trolls I have to deal with, which is a lot, has nothing to do with how women look at your community. They're looking at it from the outside in. They're looking at a stream, judging them. They're going to think, if I get in that community, are they going to judge me? Are they going to make me feel bad? So it's not the same thing. It's not, you can't just say, "Oh yeah, B have a tough skin," because just because I have a tough skin doesn't mean that the 57 girls scared to come will have a tough skin.
No, but that's not what I'm saying.
That argument destroyed. Let it never be brought up again.
Just something else really quick. A lot of the girls in the group too didn't know who Korn was before all of this drama. A lot of them were like,
"Oh, that's bad. That's bad."
Korn.
Not knowing who Korn is.
The setup. That's the unblockable not knowing Korn.
Yeah, and
Man, Korn, they teasing
as like a low blow or anything like that, but they were like, "Who are these dudes, and why do they have such a problem with us?" So,
they don't have a problem with
y'all. Problem with girls being legit afraid to even try to go to tournaments, and some guys are like, "Yeah, I'd love to see more female players, but it has to be welcoming too." Not saying, again, we don't want to be on a pedestal. No one is saying that. That was assumed.
But, I'm glad you brought that up, though.
I'm sorry, Russell.
They ain't taking it seriously.
No, but that's a question I was asking, though. I know you don't want to be put on a pedestal, and of course you don't want to be ostracized.
Right.
But that's a kind of tricky balance. Like me now, when I play with my friends and I go over my friend's sister's house, we play Halo and stuff like that. I call her all sorts of horrible shit. Cock gobbler and
take that, you fucking whore.
I say you're a fucking whore, you're a cock gobbler, and then she said your dick's bent, you batty man, you love guys.
Hey man, you kind of go in.
Yeah, so
it's kind of hard, but
no, but the thing is, we know each other, right?
Yeah,
but again, listen. But that's all right because you know her.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know Amanda or Melanie from fucking CD Junior or Rio. I'm not gonna turn around and go up to her in the middle of a match and go, "You fucking cock gobbler," because she's gonna be like, "Yo, what the hell?"
No, James.
Steals hot goblin?
No. Trust me. Halo. It's Halo.
Heard it all.
Halo.
Shout out to the cock gobblers, though. Shout out.
You really?
I ain't heard it all.
To a girl and call her a cock gobbler? Are you serious?
All right, guys, let's get off.
Hey, man.
Keep gobbling the
All
cock.
right, let's get off. Let's get off of that. Guys. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Let's get off of that. Let's stay to what the topic is at hand here. Again, it's women feeling more accepted in the tournament, which means that kind of crap obviously can't happen.
Right.
You know. Now listen. After the event, we're all drinking. We're having a good time. If something happens, shut your mouth.
But
Just
that won't happen.
That won't happen.
You know,
But that won't happen.
That's not gonna happen.
you know.
That's not gonna happen.
Well, no, I'm telling.
That's better than getting top 8. Yo. If that
And
happens,
then,
Hell yeah.
and if that's the
Yeah,
case, listen.
I got 0-2. Hell yeah.
You know what?
Over some side
And that's-
missions,
and
yo.
that's why 90% of the FGC, that's not happening for them. I mean, come on, man. Like, you
That's
can't
just-
be childish about stupid stuff like that. Like,
It is childish, but it's
But
not
that's
gonna
just
stop.
men in
That's the
general,
problem.
though,
I
bro.
don't accept that. I don't accept that
No,
that argument.
I-
There's so many things in the FGC where it's just like, oh, everybody says that it's bad, agrees that
You
things
guys-
are bad. It's
Yeah,
like,
guys.
well, that's not going to change.
Go ahead.
Guys, hold up.
Okay, listen. Someone in the chat, I want to talk about this. Someone said, why do we care if women don't come? We wanted so nobody cares. Why are we chasing people that's not us? Okay, it says, why are we chasing people that's not at us?
Your mic is breaking.
Your
Your
mic
mic
is
is
breaking.
fucking
your
up.
mic-
Your mic breaking up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Is it
I hear
good?
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Someone wrote, why do we care if those women don't come? Okay, and I just wanted to say, people should care if women come because your community is literally dying. Like, you want the community to be better and have more entrants and have profit and help, build your little dream of whatever you want to be in the FGC. Women need to come and support. It's more heads there.
Well,
supporting
also,
the
Amanda, also, and this is going to be, I think they call this irony.
Irony.
Yes, beyond
Uh-oh, let's hear
beyond the fact of what you just said. Let's look at this in a grander scope.
Okay.
What does the world need in order for our race to survive?
Food.
Women.
Thank you.
Hold up. How the hell is a scene gonna grow if you cut out half the population?
Exactly.
Actually, they're working on the artificial womb right now.
Man.
It's about.
Get out of here.
Hold on.
Dang, it's getting to
about
a point
40
where we don't need real women anymore. That's
Wait,
sad.
hold on. It's about 40 years off, and for it to be like market ready is probably another 50. But in the next 100 years,
Jason.
You don't need to hear how you're gonna reproduce. Shut the fuck up. That's a pyramid scheme ass shit out of here, man. Don't need that.
Keep your artificial axe wound to yourself.
Keep your pocket pussy to yourself, bro.
But no, again, guys, everybody's talking over each other, and I am getting pissed.
I'm not trying to talk over anybody, but I was trying to have the floor.
The floor's right there. Now I got the floor. Okay. Again, I want to stay focused on Melanie and Amanda, not us. We get the show every day.
That's true.
All right. All of you guys are on the show every Tuesday. These two are not on here all the time. I want to convey what they. Who said I'm not?
Me, MasterBoris.
Well, I'm not either, but
You're not
It's
either.
been a while.
But anyway, again, shut up. Amanda and Melanie, okay, now, did you stop the group?
No, the group is still going. It really nothing has stopped this group, and I'm not sure why it has been conveyed to people like it has ended, because Korn kind of keeps just talking shit. But it's really just Adonis talking shit. I'll just correct that. It's really just Adonis talking
There's
shit.
so many Facebook posts. We let it die, and he's just like, yeah.
Yeah. And the group is completely still going on. We have a calendar of tournaments for the next 3 months. We're going to have an event at Final Round, because that's the tournament that the most girls in the group are going to. I mean, there's tons of people in the group, and they enjoy the group, and that is why it's there. So we could get to meet each other. And it's girls from all over the country.
Now, one of the things that, because I heard people bitch, well, there was a women's thing for Evo. You know what? You're still competing in the men's stuff, but you're going to have the women's thing on the side, correct?
Right.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Why do we do 5-on-5 teams? Why can't I be one of the 5-on-5 teams in Marvel? You know, there are invite-only type of event things, and there's nothing wrong with that because the fact that women can get along, it's no different than guys. You know, I get along with Will. Me and Will can go somewhere and play games. Why can't two women say, look, let's compete competitively against each other and make it just women, and then at the same time still compete in the tournament side of it, so you're not just getting the sense of, well, we're just kind of shoved in the corner like anime or Mortal Kombat just to kind of fend for your own. We got our clique. Since the FGC is comprised of 1 million cliques, why not have the women have their own clique?
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Let me say them real quick. You're right, but also from a practical standpoint, that's marketable. I mean, let's be honest. With the scene to grow, having a women's division and a junior division, you can sit there and say the scene.
Okay. But women's division. Okay, wait a second. A women's division, but we're trying to make it equal. Does that not seem ironic to you?
No, he's talking about from a marketing.
No. I'm saying that that we talk about the scene growing, but instead of acting like assholes and basically saying women need to step it up, need to make top 8, which is, to be fair, the biggest joke I've ever heard in my life, because most people in this community who are men suck at these games too. Exactly. Everyone is just bad at these games for the most part.
That's fair enough.
So it's like I don't understand where half these people, like half these stream monsters coming from, are throwing out this stuff like they're amazing at everything. So just the actual community itself has a distorted view of what it actually is. And so I mean, when describing where we're going from here, we have to actually come together and say we're a group of people trying to do the same shit, regardless of what our genitalia is. As you're saying.
See now hold on. Let me interject with this because you streamer 629-355. It says, why is there a women's side tournament? That's segregation. Why women versus women and men versus men instead of person versus person? What if there was a black person tournament? Why is there black news? There is things like this that are put into place as a catch-up. Being that the number of women that are actually in this scene are so minute, there needs to be something put in place. Now, I'm saying this ain't going to be a permanent thing. If 600 women show up to an event, there ain't no more women's tournament. You're just tossed in the mix. It's everybody for the most. Hopefully, by that time, the man side of the community matures enough that they're going, you know, this is not, you know, some thirst fest. These are girls that are out for blood. They want to win. You know, I would love to see a woman break top 8.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. Well,
I wouldn't mind it.
I have a question for the ladies, though. A quick question, though. When we're talking about how they want to be treated, right? One thing I always found condescending, because I'm from the Caribbean, people automatically assume I chop coconuts and I don't know how to work computers or something like that, right? and they would speak to me in a voice like, "Well, I went to an American university."
So David, so you're telling me you can't cut down a coconut?
Oh yeah, I can.
Thank you.
Yo,
all right. Just making my point.
Man.
When VSG was coming up, were you in Rolando? Were you or were you not telling people about coconut juice?
I don't know about that. But
You were.
But all right, wait. Before we get down to that, the question I was going to ask the ladies though is, my general point is, you don't want them to. I guess you don't want the guys to treat you with kid gloves, right? But fighting game community, by its nature, is a little bit abrasive because it's fighting games. My character's kicking your character's ass, right? So how do we draw the line? Because what some girls who want to get in the scene might find offensive might be just trash talk. How do we draw that line?
Don't be a shitty person. It's so simple. Like it's easy.
You might think it's easy, but other people might not see that line.
Also because being a shitty person is subjective.
Well, yeah, like this is a community where we're just shitty to each other in general.
Well, I think, you know, there's a line of there's trash talking, and then there's
harassment.
This is going to start a fight. Like, and as men, we know how to talk to each other to a point where it's like, all right, you know that I'm giving you shit, I'm trash talking you, but then there's certain things where you just cross the line and you're blatantly disrespectful. and you're challenging somebody's manhood.
We're not porcelain dolls. We're not like 1800s, 1920s women. Like we know how to trash talk back. We have thick skin. We're here to play.
Yeah, you should know by now.
No. Here's the thing. I understand the lines to draw, but you have to remember. The community is made up of people who may not have such social graces, you know.
And treat us like part of the
Essentially, I would think at this point in, at this point in time, people would know, or guys in general would know, whether it's an FGC or not. You don't approach a woman and say that she's a whore, assume that she's a whore, say that you'll probably rape her, and all this other terrible stuff.
Now, let me interject with that, because this is one thing that I know I've gotten a lot of hate, especially from various communities on this show. I don't know who Ricardo Aguilera is. He didn't represent. He didn't represent anybody that was Korn or OBS. In fact, he's one of those people that don't know where the line between trolling and being stupid and actually crossing criminal fucking acts actually is separated. So I mean, I just got to get out there that I seen him. I actually friended him on Facebook because I'm gonna have a chat with him. But personally, do I think he was trying to be a quote unquote rapist? No, but the shit that he was saying was beyond stupidity.
Sure. Yeah, I know the guy too. Sometimes he goes a little too far.
And it actually created some negativity among women that I know, because they were like, how could you talk to that guy? He's a fucking rapist, like Matt. But I've actually had conversations with him myself, and I think he just didn't know what was appropriate as far as trolling and his mental state. I don't think he's like all there sometimes. And I think that people kind of, I don't know, I think they really took it out of proportion, his comments, even though they were not right to say. But at the same time too, like, I don't know. He kind of it all got out of hand. And then
he exposed the mentality of the FGC though.
There you go. He did though. He did
way too far.
Well, that's the problem. The community doesn't know what's too far.
No, the community loves too far.
I don't understand that. To me, it's like as people, like, do people like act, or not you people like you guys here, but are people acting one way in every other part of their life, but then when it comes to fighting games, they're just like, they have no common sense? Like, I don't get that.
They don't care.
I'm posting this question to everybody, and Amanda and James and everybody, right? I was talking with Truth about this earlier. When we look at how these fighting games are started, remember, most of these fighting game arcades machines are in, not so nice parts of town, right? And a lot of these young kids don't have that type of upbringing where they know any better. In Jamaica, I teach others. Sometimes I do some charity work at a school, right? And these kids have pretty fucked up lives. They don't know no better. So I think we have to stop assuming that, don't be a shitty person, you should know better. We have the benefit of maybe better education or better parents and so on. But sometimes we have to start from scratch. A lot of these guys don't know no fucking better.
But also, David, like, immersion is the best way to learn,
Indeed.
So people are just going to have to step up and tell them. I mean, we can't create this environment where we're constantly making excuses for people.
We're not making excuses.
Grown-ass men.
No, we're not making excuses. James's idea where he said we have something like a guardian angel guy, as a little subtle message, and they say when they see one guy fuck up and get his ass bounced out, then they say, "Oh shit, we better start acting right."
When somebody gets bounced out of the tournament, and it could be after the event, we could all be hanging out in the freaking lobby, drinking, having a good time, being merry, and then a minute a guy pulls his dick out and says some girl wants it, you're fucking gone. Very simple. You're gone. And then that will hopefully resonate a message. And I hope it's a top player. Because that will send a message across the board to everybody. I don't care how good you are. Don't be a dick.
Guys, the problem is that works in person. online is a different deal.
Online, listen. This is where I tell the women, and this is the part that I got to be devil's advocate here. You need tougher skin. The trolling online, you're never going to stop it unless you block them.
Right.
Because it gives you have a means. I have a means of 350 million miles of copper and fiber laid throughout the world between me and you. I'll say whatever I want because my attitude is I'm never going to see you anyway.
Right.
I mean, that's life, pretty much.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Even if people don't get kicked out of tournaments, even if the TOs don't step out and do that, as a community, like, we need to start some stuff where if you see another guy out of line, you let him know. No questions asked.
Which means you're going to have to be unpopular.
No, which means no. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. How about this? I just made a new part of the On Blast show, and it's going to be JamessMK calls out the scumbags. And any woman that has an issue now, don't come up to me and be like, Jason told me he wanted to see my boobies, and I know, and I know it's not true. It's something that's got to be put. I'm not going to doubt you and think like you're just trolling, but as long as it stays something that's not trolling, this will be the part where this is going to be that eyewitness news shame on you moment. I'll expose that person because I don't care who the hell you are.
Can I say something, please?
I love that.
All right. Two things. One, the difference between, like we said, the difference between online and the difference between real life is very, very different. I don't give a shit about online. That's not what we're trying to help grow. Fuck online. But as far as real life goes, Amanda, you say that you spoke to what's this guy's fucking name? Something Aguilera? Ricardo Aguilera. You spoke to him, and from having a personal conversation, you see that maybe he's not all there. But this is something that I hope to soon have as a thing on the show. Is sometimes you don't know a person truthfully until you talk to them in person. Like me, I'm a different person than in real life than I am on the show. I'm more laid back in real life. I'm not going to go in real life. I'll be, a lot kinder. I'll be a lot more laid back. I don't talk much in real life just because I'm a shy person. But that's the thing, like you ladies, you have to understand that you can't be scared of coming to a tournament. Sometimes you just got to come and see it for yourself. And I perfectly understand if you guys don't want to stay. It's your right. I'm not going to force you, and none of us are. But you have to at least come and see it for yourself. And I understand if some women, get scared and they don't want to even come the first time. But I hope that some women are different and they want to change.
But the women, here's the thing. But the women are going to make that happen. The women are going to make that happen because the women are going to communicate. Because I could tell every woman in the world, yeah, come to an FGC tournament, and they're going to say why. So I could be around a bunch of stinky ass, thirsty guys. But if another woman is saying, look, we're the mean girls of the scene, or whatever the hell you want to call yourselves, the pink flamingos, But the point is, it's better coming from a woman to a woman saying, hey, look, actually, it's not that bad. Than a guy turning around saying it's not that bad, and then the next thing the girl hears from somebody at the tournament is gak 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 gak. So I mean that's that's where the women's group as a root in the community has to grow from. I think it was an awesome thing that happened. The fact that Adonis was kind of zipping in, I know exactly where he was coming from. But I mean, I think it was one of those situations where everybody else, and I'm talking about the guys and the girls who didn't know him, were kind of like, yo, what the fuck?
Right.
Yo, hold on. I got to say something about Mikey, what he just said about how you're different online and different in person. Let's set things one straight. Most people know who I am. All I do is get on Twitter and say the stupidest shit, left and right.
But 89% of the time you're getting me pissing my pants. I'll admit that.
I go ham. Like I will go and tweet Justin and make fun of him. But then when I go in tournament, we continue the conversation mad chill. So there's a difference between trolling and then like straight up, you're a fag, to straight up,
no, what?
I'm gonna knock you out.
But Sarus, you actually take time to troll. I mean, you were there. What the original troll is.
You put work in.
That's what I'm saying though. Like I seen the whole blow up, right? And to be honest, I think despite the fact Adonis was going ham like a mug, I think the girls should have just stayed talking to him and not like the mad retards who was just splurging stupid shit. And then they're like, oh, we're just trolling. Like that's not trolling, like at all. Like, those niggas were cancerous, toxic as hell. So I'm not buying that whole, oh, it's just trolling online, blah blah blah. It's just like, no, that was not trolling at all.
It's also easy online to just dismiss, like a troll comment. Like when you're on Facebook and you're reading all the comments, you can pretty much tell what's a real comment and what's not. Just don't react to the person. Like the best part about it is you might never not meet that person, so no one gives a fuck.
That's the thing, though. That's why I was saying they should have never paid attention.
Hold on. What's up, Melanie?
I just wanted to address really quick what Mike said from before. I've gone to a lot of tournaments. I've been to Evo twice. I've gone to UFGT the past 4 years. I've gone to a lot of tournaments. And I've never been personally afraid of going to tournaments, but I made this group for other girls that might have been. Like, I mean, we had Sherry Jennings posting flight information for the cheapest flights to go to tournaments. We've had people posting hotel information, like all different kinds of things. And I do realize that there are girls in the community that exist that maybe do just come to tournaments to try to hook up with dudes. Just like, I mean, that exists everywhere. But this group specifically was for girls to get to know each other in the FGC.
Can I ask a question?
And it helped. It even helped me because now I'm starting to change my perspective on it. Now I might, you know what I mean? Now I'm feeling like, wow, if I go, there's people that are going to be there and I'm going to feel cool about it. I mean, so it actually helps.
They're all good. Let me tell you something. I mean, I come on this show, I tell everybody, suck my dick, cut my balls, all that bullshit. I'm the first person, that's going to step on a baby's skull to make sure nobody breaks a woman's balls. And it's always been that way at tournaments. I mean, I heard back in the day, in early Twitch days, there was a couple of women like, oh, I'm afraid to go to the tournament because of JamessMK. Really? What did I do?
Well, you do treat us like shit sometimes.
Guys, you got to deal with it. Women are pieces of porcelain. I'm sorry. I know you want to be totally equal, which you are, but I still grew up with the mentality that all women are treated a certain way. That's it. You don't hit them. Mm-hmm. You don't hit them. You don't you don't dismiss them in front of others, and you try to treat them like a piece of porcelain.
And we agree with you.
So, some.
Some agree.
I think niggas don't lie.
I know Jason agrees with you.
No, I agree halfway, and you don't hit them, right? Well, you don't hit anybody. No, I think about it. But
you don't hit anybody.
Keep your hands to yourself.
And again, let me put this out there for anybody. Because I've heard stories about this and that and this. Any guy that hits a girl, you're beyond scumbag and coward because of two simple facts. I got stabbed in the chest by a girl, and my ex-wife got pregnant by somebody else, and I didn't hit them. So you show me what your valid excuse, which is worse than one of those two things, that would garner you permission somehow to hit a woman.
Yo, Jay, don't lie. You know you wanted to hear when you got stabbed.
I didn't say I didn't want to.
Try to kill you.
I didn't say I didn't want to.
That's the only rule most people say. If she's trying to kill you, you defend yourself.
Hold on.
Yeah, you defend yourself. Let
me add to what Jake
anybody,
said.
man or female.
All right, I got no problem putting this out there. I said it last week. All right, I'm only 23. I grew up watching my dad abuse my mom verbally, and at some point he started actually abusing her physically, and I watched it almost every day. I don't hit women. I don't treat them like shit. I don't go around calling them a whore or anything. So you telling me that's the way you're raised or anything like that, you should shut the fuck up and go die. At 18 years old, you should be able to make your own decision on whether or not you want to be a racist or not, whether or not you want to hit women or not.
Well, I'm still debating if I want to. I'm still debating if I want to be a racist. I haven't come to terms. I mean, Jamaican Satan could have been taken in a lot of directions, you know.
Well, I think, like I said, I think a lot of these dudes, it's just fake stuff. Like, when people are traveling, they come into town for a weekend, they're just acting wild, and they just feel they have a license to get away with some of this shit. But when they're at home, I don't think these dudes are acting like this. I mean, a lot of these dudes they're still living at home with their mama.
It's sad life, dog.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
you know, it's a crazy thought.
Girls.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Mike.
You know, it's a crazy thought that none of us has said before. I'll throw it out there, and I'll probably be wrong to you guys, but I really, truly think I'm right. No one gives a shit about growing the scene. Not Justin, not Yipes, not anybody. No one gives a shit. They say they do. No one gives a shit.
They just in it for the money, man.
They just in it.
No, it's not even the money. You know what?
Well, hold on. They only say it because they want other people to believe it. Justin wants EG to believe it so that EG keeps him on. Ricky says it. Filipino Champ says it. All those guys say it.
Yeah, that's a popular guy right there.
Some of those dudes just say it, and they could do more. But I do give Justin some credit when the MLG thing happened. I think the first time they had the MK tournament MLG, it was the same weekend as the North Cal regionals or something, and he went, or it was
that's only because MLG offered more money. If it didn't offer more money, he knew
he had no shot at winning. He wasn't playing MK. He knew he wasn't going to win that. He went and supported the MLG event, got bopped, and he could have went.
Didn't EG send him there? Isn't that why he went? Because they actually sent him personally there. He didn't want to go.
Well, no, he wouldn't. He could have went to. It was another big time fight.
Oh, they sent him there.
Hey, you guys. Now, last time I checked, it's not like FG, F Champ or FG Justin. Growing the scene, that's incumbent on all of us. It's not just one person.
No, but Jason, those are the people that everyone looks to because they are what we all call quote-unquote top players. And in any community,
well,
when
that's
it comes
the problem.
To sponsors or anything,
hold on.
What?
They're people. We're all grown people in this community.
No, exactly.
Yes. We can all make decisions on our own to conduct business a certain way.
Listen, if my parents beat the shit out of me every day from the age of 2 years old to 18, odds are at 19 I'm going to be like, yo, that was some fucked up upbringing. I'm never going to hit my goddamn kid. So if somebody to sit there and say, well, it was the upbringing, it's not just, it was just the upbringing. At a certain age, you knew what right from wrong is. If that was
I agree with James. I mean, I'm the most leftist person you can find.
Oh, my God, I know you are.
Wait, hold on.
Thanks,
I'm the most leftist person you can find.
Yeah, we know.
We just gotta stop making these excuses for people. No more excuses. Okay, the bullshit stop.
All right. Okay.
You're right.
I'm not going to even jump. I'm not even jumping in the left-right debate about this, but here's what I'm telling you. I do business about anecdotes and so on and so forth. Even though I do admire Mikey's story because that shows great personal development and such. But I'm into the science of it, right? I see what these happens. When most of these kids, when they're little, their parents don't even fucking talk to them. Their brains don't even develop speech patterns properly. And I've seen it. These guys can't fucking read and them shit there, right? So I'm not with. I just look on the percentage. If you have shitty parents, right? The odds are, not everybody, but the odds are, you're going to probably turn to be a shitty person. Especially if they beat your ass most of the time, because then you learn that violence solves problems.
No, I disagree. I disagree 100%.
The percentages don't disagree. The percentages speak for themselves.
How long hold on. How long do you keep saying that though? How long?
I'm not saying it like as saying, well, since they're born bad, we don't punish that. I'm just saying, don't expect them to turn out to be wonderful human beings 90% of the time.
Listen, how about this? If I find guys in this community that would hit a girl okay, and I find out at an event, I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna declaw you like a motherfucking cat. Okay, they don't cut you. They don't pull your nails out. By the way, they cut it at the knuckles. So not only will you not be able to hit a woman, you won't be able to play games no more. So you'll have no reason to show up to the events. So I'll ban you at the same time.
I think that's all right. No, I'm going to defend us. I think that's where we're mistaking. When I'm saying why they're doing it, I'm not saying, oh well, since they had a bad upbringing, let's give them a pass.
But there is no excuse. There is no excuse. You know, in this day and age, unlike, you know, when I grew up, where it was the beginning of the internet and the interwebs and all that other good stuff, they didn't have that. You know, that's why when, you know, in the 50s, 60s, when they made the excuse, well, that was my upbringing. That's all they had, that and whatever they saw on their little black and white TV. This day and age, with the social media and everything that's out there, there's absolutely zero reason, if you even grew up in a totally dysfunctional family, that you can't figure out what's wrong from right. There's no reason.
All right. See, again, I'm going to disagree with that, James.
No,
simple.
I agree with James.
All right. You know, there's a lot of data on the internet, right? And there's a lot of fake news sites on WhatsApp. If you don't have a base of education to tell what is real from what is fake, how are you going to be able to process that information?
Very simple. Okay, what is real and what is fake? Simple. Hitting women is stupid. It happens. It's real. Don't do it. Women come to our tournaments to compete. If they want to go out and get a little pachinga chinga on the side, that's up to them. It ain't up to us to dictate who gets and who don't.
Right.
You know,
I would just like to say I agree with you, Russell, and bring up the nuances of how people are raised and how it shapes their mindset. But on the opposite end, people only achieve at the level that you set for them. So if you say it's okay for you to fuck up,
there's the mistake. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying.
No, but look at Mike. How many women have you smacked, Mike?
Absolutely none.
Okay.
He was like, well, two or three.
He grew up. He grew up. But they deserved it. But they deserved it. The point is, hold on. The point is that he grew up in an environment like that. Now, granted this, Mikey, how many tournaments have you been to? Oh, excuse me.
2 or 3.
Okay. The person that's coming to a tournament, odds are, if they had to witness something like that dysfunctionality, and they somehow use gaming as their escape outlet,
right?
Their mindset was repro. Who's scratching on a fucking keyboard?
Got a cat.
Oh, you got a cat. Okay, it's a cat.
Nah, I'm trolling.
Oh wow!
Don't hit your cat.
Don't hit the kitty.
So you know, my thing is, it's like, if you had that dysfunctional family and you're going to events, odds are your upbringing wasn't based on your parents beating the shit out of each other. It was based off of playing fucking Final Fantasy VII.
No. There's a lot of kids being raised by their televisions.
You know,
I agree with you.
And at that point, they are getting those different views as far as what.
Oh, James. So and yeah, I was gonna jump in and just mostly agree with you. You just have to give people, you know, the proper apparatus, you know.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Here comes the I'm about to go to bed.
Hold on. Let me talk to Dave. Let me talk to Russell. You have to give people the proper apparatus to transcend their circumstance. You can't keep making excuses for people. You can't do it. You know, Mikey up there, he transcended his circumstance because that's the fucking person he wanted to be. We can't. You know, I understand you're bringing up the nuance, and I agree with everything you're saying. But when we get to the actual, like, execution of the solution, that's when we got to say no excuses.
All right.
Okay. So we can listen. So we can go into the science of how people are raised. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit if you woke up every day and had a cucumber stuck up your ass. It ain't my problem. My problem is the fact that the women in this community get treated like shit. And and again, I'm not blanketing every guy, because for the most part, every woman that I know that has come to an event has walked away and had a good time. and they weren't harassed. I just want it to be instilled that this community as a whole ain't going to tolerate it. Now, again, let me flip it over. I'd rather see a bunch of girls dressed up in little schoolgirl outfits parading around.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. I am a guy too. I like eye candy, so there's nothing wrong with that. But you know, I'm not gonna turn around and go, you know, I'm not a feminist.
I am.
Do you believe in equal treatment of women?
Yes.
As you said before, so you're a feminist.
No, I'm not.
Exactly.
No, I'm not. I'm not a tree hugging. No. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, or I'll end the goddamn call. When I say I'm not a feminist, I'm not one of these tree hugging hippie motherfuckers. I don't fucking recycle, and I told you that. I don't give a shit about the environment. I don't give a shit about greenhouse gases, because you know what, motherfuckers? I'm not gonna be here in 50 years. So I don't give a fuck.
Let me jump in. James, let me jump in.
There
are feminists. It's a spectrum. You know, there's feminists on the right. You know, it's not monolithic. You know. Okay, keep going.
So my whole point is, as far as I like to look at eye candy, I like the sexualization of women on their terms. I'm sorry, if a girl don't shave her armpits, we ain't ever gonna be together. I'm sorry, that's straight up. I'm gonna be straight. That's just the way it is.
I just want to say, just to kind of like cap stuff, and treat people right. Like, hey, it's not that serious. Like, it's supposed to be a fun thing. Yes, it is. I can believe it is that simple, because when you say things that is not that simple, or that people aren't going to change, like when people recognize bad behavior, that's just giving people an excuse. Well, I'm going to see him change his behavior.
I'm not giving people excuses. Why? The reason I'm saying it's not that simple is because, you know, I had to make my own choice to not beat women. I had to make my own choice to not verbally abuse women. Now, I learned that behavior, but I chose to unlearn it. You know, you can't make a baby crawl. They have to learn how to crawl.
So, well, let me say two things on this. One, I also grew up with a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to repeat in my own life, right? Because I don't want to go that direction. But number two, the problem behind this and the problem behind every issue that was raised on the show tonight is one simple thing. And that is that 95% of the time, when people are given a choice between growing the scene and drama, 95% of people choose drama. People love blow-ups, scandals, soap operas, and controversies. There are people that don't even play the games, and they tuned in just to see that. And until that changes, a lot of these issues will not change.
Well, all right. I'm not.
Can I say something?
Go ahead. All
right. Real quick, like Russell, when you talk about science, let me give you some insight. Science is nothing but a way to give people excuses. Percentages are nothing but a way to give excuses. It's all human choice. We all have our own life choices.
I don't agree with that.
Listen, let's drop the fucking science in this already. We can sit here for the next 2 hours talking about percentages of abuse of people and how they grew up.
That's not what I was talking about.
That has nothing to do with anything.
The point is this. Let's get back. We're all over the fucking place right now. We got Melanie, who started the group, and we got Amanda, who's in the group. The fact is, you know, Amanda has shunned away and shied away from coming to this tournaments because of the way she's been treated. That mentality needs to change. You know, I could sit like some West Coast people that I know, these West Coast commentators that I know, that are always out there saying, you know, women, and then the next thing you know, they're like, and they don't mention it. I want this to continue beyond.
Your mic cut out on the stream.
What?
His mic cut out on the stream chat?
My mic's gone? Yes, no? People hear me?
I wanted the stream chat.
On the chat.
On the stream.
On the chat, who's saying it? Which one?
I see no more science, but I don't see no more sound.
Oh yeah, I think the stream just came back.
Okay. All right. So you know, oh god, it's fucking. Needless to say.
Are you okay, James?
No, I'm getting fucking pissed.
Okay, man.
This is why I gotta stop being a fucking nice guy sometimes. Everybody talks over each other. It gets to fucking be a pain in the ass. The chat, it's down. So hold on. Let me drop you guys and start the stream back up.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, let's see. Everybody hear me again? Yes, no, maybe, otherwise? Everybody hear me? Yo, you hear me over here? Type 1 if you hear me. Alright, you guys are hearing me over there. You guys are hearing me over there. Alright. Alright, let me start removing some people from this group now that we're out.
Oh, that is way too many people in one call.
Yeah, well, welcome to my world.
I'm telling you, man.
Welcome to my universe.
Wow.
Alright, let's see.
Not for nothing, this show is really good tonight.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I had to come in, man. It's been a while.
Too much science, though.
Too much science?
Alright, we're done with the fucking science and the white knight, right?
But you know, and again, this is the thing that I'm getting to, which is, you know, I understand the white knighting, you know, and guys are trying to do the quote unquote right thing. Sometimes it doesn't take, you know, science to get you to the point of understanding what the actual problem is. The problem is just simple. Treat a woman the way you would want to be treated.
And not just women, treat other human beings the way that you would want to be treated, period.
Yeah. Well, no, not Dominicans.
Well, yeah.
Oh, damn.
And not hippies. Fuck hippies.
Alright, besides Dominicans
and not midgets with fucking missing limbs.
Okay, I didn't go that far.
All right, but James, to be fair, you kind of brought up the solution already earlier in the chat before we had that other discussion, which is you just have enforcements in place for bad behaviors.
Yeah,
as you said, guardian angels. If people do something bad, example set.
But Russ, there's a problem with that, and the problem is, let's say Amanda is playing against Jason, right? And well, okay, let's say Amanda is against you, since you like to say so many fucked up things to women. So
only women I love and respect.
Okay, but just for example, let's say that, you know, you say have a good game, and then you're like, when you stand up, you're like, yeah, you just got bodied, because you're like excited, you know, like you clutch the match and everything. And Amanda, I'm not saying you're gonna do this, so please don't get angry at me. What's to stop her? What's to stop her from walking up to like Big E and coming up with some excuse, and he takes her side over yours when you didn't really do anything?
Yeah, she makes up the story. You call her hot gobbler, and you're like, "What? I didn't say shit."
Exactly. Like, what's to stop? And then on the other side,
oh my God! You called me a hot gobbler. He touched my leg.
What happened?
Yo.
I mean, look.
James, go ahead.
Look. I understand what you're saying. I would assume that women already are 1 foot in and 1 foot out of the tournament scene. For them to actually put this foot forward would, in my opinion, means they really feel uncomfortable. Not a matter of getting salty because you beat them in a game, you know, and Adonis said behind you saying get fucked, that they're feeling harassed. You know, because it's going to take a woman. It's going to take a woman's thermometer to go to the top for her to actually do this. I don't see them saying, you know, because they're here to have fun too. They're here to hang out.
We
they're
should
here to have
all
a
be
good
here
time.
to have fun.
You know, and
that's the point.
You know, and that's the thing that, you know, people got to understand. And it also got to be you know, if every tournament Amanda goes up, every time she goes 0-2, and she reports 2 guys just so happen to be the 2 guys that knocked her out of the tournament for 4 tournaments in a row, I'm going to be like, is she really getting harassed, or is she getting her revenge that way?
I mean, we're just jumping to extremes. I mean, when is that ever going to happen?
It isn't, exactly.
I mean, look,
I'm not even worried
better
about
not.
there are other people around. There are gonna be other people around. So I mean, obviously they're gonna ask.
But this is the other. But this is the issue I brought up. This is the issue I brought up last week, and this is why I brought up today. You know, no one really gives a shit about this community, and I truly believe that it's the people who come on this show who do, and that's why I came on this show. You know, like Triforce comes on the show and tries to reason with everybody and tell them how everything should go and everything. You know, it's the problem that whenever people talk about something, nothing ever gets done because unfortunately, no one takes us seriously, and they start needing to.
Something like this has to go to the TOs. When you register for an event, there should be like a set of a code of conduct in terms of behavior that you have to agree that you read, even if you didn't read it or not, and then when you show up to the event, they should have you sign another form before you even get to your pool, so that if you're not adhering to that code of conduct of behavior, there's harassment for anybody, man, women, whatever, then you automatically get knocked out, kicked out the tournament. And that's something that the TOs, unfortunately, like you said, we're talking about it, but really that comes down to the people that are running the event. They need to enforce that and at least put those policies in place so people can.
Listen, there's a set of guidelines that are there that you sign, just like that episode of freaking South Park with the iPod centipede shit.
Oh my God!
When you register for a tournament and you click to accept, there are rules there. Y'all just choose not to read them.
Yep. But there are rules there. But the people who run the tournaments don't enforce it. That's a big problem.
And that's something that this show and people like you bring to their attention. This has got to be brought up. Again, like West Coast commentators who get out there and they go, "Oh, women are treated so unfairly," and then they just shut up about it. It's like they say their political PC statement to say we care, but not enough to do anything.
But that's the problem. We have to get tired of us just talking about it, and then the next day it's all forgotten and nothing gets done. I'm not saying I'm the person who wants to go to Big E and tell him, get your fucking arid or whatever we came up with the fucking body odor thing, or start kicking players out who treat women like shit. I'm not the person to do it, but there's got to be somebody who comes on the show that is. We got to start.
Why not you?
Yeah, it's incumbent on everybody. If you're
because one, I ain't got no money to get out there.
Let's get James as the regulator.
Yeah. What?
James will do it.
I'll do it.
But let me tell you what. Even if the TOs don't do anything about this, let's start it right here on this show as a pact between everybody here. That if you go to an event and you see that stuff, you're not gonna let it go down.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, granted, listen. Granted, I will say this, and it's funny because I actually was watching. Somebody said I caught the video on Facebook, and it was a video of some chick. And I'm sorry, women, I call you chick, but that's my Archie Bunker ways ain't ever going to change. This chick that was going out on a date with a guy, and first they did a guy going out with a girl, and he slipped powder in her drink when she goes to the bathroom, and it had hidden cameras.
Fucked up
and everybody was, once that girl came back, yo, that motherfucker, he put shit in my drink, he put shit in the drink. But when the chick did it to the dude, everybody shut their fucking mouths.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Until finally there was a woman that caught it, and she jumped up and she's like, yo, dude, don't drink your drink. That bitch just put something in your drink. And ignoring shit, and again, I don't think anybody in either of these streams that go to events would actually turn around and totally ignore it. Because let's be real, if it's your sister, or, and there's been girls that I've seen.
Well, if it's my sister, you getting the shit kicked out of you, I'll tell you that.
It's the point that, look, I've gone to events and I've seen women pretty fucking bombed out of their skull. I am not going to let I can't. I almost use Justin Wong as an example, but and again, not to I was just thinking of big names, but I'm not going to let person A take his balls out and put it on her passed out head and take pictures of it.
Damn.
Because I'm going to be like, yo, that's some grimy ass shit. Would you do that? Would you do that to somebody like PR Rog if he was passed out? Or would you do it to me if I was passed out? Because let me tell you something. If that picture posts on the internet, I'm coming to whatever part of the country, and I'm taking your balls.
You know what the sad part is? It's true.
Anonymous post.
And it's the fact that, it just comes down to treating women the way you would treat your family members. I know you're not telling your fucking mom she's thirsty.
No.
So if you're not telling your mom,
it depends on the relationship with your mom. No, for real. There's different people with it.
James, you might have to ask David about that based on what he said about it.
Yeah, David, what do you say to your the way you talk to people you love?
See, everybody has a different relationship with their parents. Some parents are just dead raw, don't care what they say, talk about anything with their parents.
Listen, I come from pretty raw parents. I come from pretty raw parents. I didn't grow up in a house where nobody cursed. In fact, we all cursed. But I didn't tell my mom, get fucked, get fucked.
No, you probably didn't tell her that, but there are kids teens that have relationships with their single parents or parents that are divorced that'll tell their mom because they're so close to them and be like, yeah, I did such and such, with certain details about their life, and then they just go on about their business like it was nothing.
I don't think I would ever.
That's different.
Again, whoa! Again, we're spinning off again. The fact of the matter is, if you are one of them, don't come to the event. How about that? Don't come to the event. If you're one of those guys that has that relationship, but then they're going to get tossed out by me personally.
Damn.
Good luck.
Trust me. If you're going to turn around and you're going to tell girls get fucked, and be a fucking scumbag, I will be more of a scumbag. Very simple.
Applause.
Yeah.
There's all this talk and banter back and forth between the sciences, dichotomies, schisms of how women get treated. The point is, the girls in this community put a group together that they can form bonds of their own. Therefore, allow it to grow. Because if it grows, the women will grow. They will have a common ground to come to this community. Now, is the womanizing attitude going to get wiped out overnight? Absolutely not.
Right.
But the fact is, at least if they have a safety net that they can go to, that they can talk to girls and they could talk about experience. And yes, you know what? Maybe they turn around and be like, yo, dude, I fucked this dude. Maybe they do. It's none of your business. It's none of your business.
And I would like to reiterate what James is saying. This was done out of necessity, just point blank period. It needed to happen, and nothing but good has came from it. So says Melanie.
Right.
Speaking of women's thoughts, go ahead, Melanie.
Enjoy each other.
I think some dudes need to have some self-control, especially with shit talking with women. Like, trust me, if I'm playing another dude, I want to be like, yo, get fucked, nigga. Yeah, you get fucked, nigga. But if I'm playing a girl, I'm not gonna say that like at all. But like, just dudes don't know how to act, and I think we honestly need to start not regulating to be an asshole, but like if you see someone wilding out to a female, indirectly or directly, you gotta say something.
So when do we start?
Listen. We are 13 people, smart, kind-hearted people that could change everything. We could.
I'm not kind-hearted.
I ain't kind-hearted either.
Hold on.
Don't lie.
Hold on. Who is this? Ranee?
This is Ranee. I'm in the chat.
Hey.
Introduce yourself to everybody.
So,
greetings.
Hi.
Yeah, I just
How are
wanted
you?
to say that I'm a shy person in general, so for like any other females in the community, that like when I went to college, I sort of got some friends, and then they played video games, and then they were like, oh, come out to this little local. Like, start building up from there. Don't think you have to like automatically jump in and go to a major tournament, because once you build a tight group together, you'll be more comfortable. So you don't have to join any like all-girl group or anything. Just get a good crew and then you'll be fine. That's all I really want to say.
Yeah, but where's your crew come from?
Let's see. Well, I go to FIU. Big ups. I'm normally like a Tekken player, but I'm not, the best of the best.
But my thing is like that group that you're looking for. I mean, now you're saying intermingle with guys, girls, whatever, which is fine. But at the same time, when the girls are such a minority in a community that pretty much is dying, I mean, after women, we're going to be looking for animals to join. I mean, there ain't much, there ain't nothing left except to bring the women in.
Well, okay, so like the majority of my friends know I play fighting games and I am into it. So like I sort of convince them to play and stuff like that. So it can always just be a casual thing, and eventually someone might be into it more and be like, oh, let's go here, let's go there. So it's always like a stepping stone. Just like a local scene gets started with some guys, it's the same thing with getting more females involved. And like one thing that happened to me, like my first little Tekken tournament, I call it, when I first got there and sat down, like some guy who was playing another game, and he turned to me as like, oh, a gamer girl, I didn't know you guys existed. I don't know, he probably meant well, but it sort of did creep me out. So if you see a girl come in, but if you see, if you do see a girl come in, like, just ask to play a game. You don't have to be all like, oh, female, target. Like, calm yourselves. So
female must target, must go over and introduce my dick.
Like, I went, like, I'm a shy person, like I said, so I went to Final Round Arcade. I went to Final Round Arcade, and like I was barely doing anything, and back then I was playing Marvel because it was fun. And like I went there and I sat down, my best character was like Tron Bond, and I don't know the guy's name, but he was like really friendly and just sat down and played some games with me. And like my only character left all the time was Tron Bond, but he's like, oh, you're working her, so like those kind of things, it's like it builds you up.
Yeah, well, Ranee has a really good point because, like, I can't speak for Capcom, but at least, like, in MK, there are a couple girls that have scenes. Like, for example, there's this girl, what's her name, in EGP. She's the only girl in that whole scene, but because she got to know her local scene and those guys are cool with her, they have her back. And she knows that people are not going to be able to step to her any kind of way because if they do, EGP is going to stand up for her. And
what if you've had negativity in your local scene? What if your local scene is... Me personally, like, I'm asking. What if your local scene is, like, not good? Like, what if you come from somewhere with, one, no scene, and two, the scene you do have is toxic to you personally? Because that's what I'm dealing with. Like, I don't really have anywhere.
I do it solo, then. I just go solo. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't associate with anybody that I find that makes me uncomfortable. I'd find my own.
And that's why I'm chilling. That's all I'm saying. That's exactly why I'm chilling. Like,
but now Ranee, hold on. But now Ranee, isn't that why there's that the FGC women's group is a positive thing? Because if somebody doesn't have somewhere to go and doesn't want that feeling of getting oodled every time they come to a local. And at the same time, you're making friends. The same way, see, the girls in the scene don't have it as easy for the guy. I can go to a tournament and point blank grab my dick and go, hey, I'm fucking JamessMK. And 10 people are going to be like, oh my God, I want to be your friend. Now, women don't have that option. They go there, they grab their crotch and go, hey, I'm Amanda. They're going to go, oh, I'm thirsty.
She did grab her crotch.
That
I mean, she did pull Sarus.
Just show what you made of.
Some of the benefits for me is that like I don't give off like a feminine vibe, so like guys treat me like guys. So it might be harder for other females than me, but like it's like in general, it's hard to find another female that likes fighting games like I do. Sure. So,
but see now that's where the girls group is good. That's where the girls group is a good thing.
Exactly.
Well, let me ask a question here. You guys in the Go group, because I think this is the best thing that can be done right now. Have you guys all gotten together as a group, started a conversation with all of the TOs, sat down with them and said, look, we're tired of this stuff. We're not taking it anymore. Is there anything you guys can do?
No, because the group this group literally started 2 weeks ago. So
hold on. Ladies, hold on one sec. Beefy, you got a split? Bifuteki.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here. I gotta take the little one to school early, so I have to get out of here.
It's always fun.
Oh man.
Oh, Bifu, man.
You know,
Good speaking to you, man.
it's good speaking to you. I'll be here again next week. You know, I always pop in.
Always a pleasure. Glad you actually started the FGC Gentlemen's Group, where it's not a, contrary to because of the women's thing, it's not a guys club to counteract the girls club. It's the people that actually want to act civil in the scene, the guys that want to act civil in the scene and deal with shit in, yes, a gentlemanly way, not going up to a girl and saying get fucked, you know, and trying to solve and trying to solve actual problems in the scene.
I just pictured like the Monopoly Man.
Yo, he passed go and he collected that $200, son.
That gentleman.
And that's what it's supposed to be. A bunch of guys sitting smoking cigars by a fireplace, and
I gotta go buy some cigars today.
They're eating Hot Pockets.
Drinking cognac together, talking about the stock market, Hot Pockets, and the FGC. But anyway, before I'm gonna let you roll, I'm gonna let you roll because I know you gotta get up early and it's 4 a.m.
Yeah, so I'll see you guys.
All right, brother.
All right,
later.
Bye.
All right, y'all.
So so now we're making headway.
Yep.
As far as you and your fucking dichotomy, shut up. I will give him this. After the first episode that I had him on, and we talked for a couple of hours on the phone.
Oh, that episode was awesome.
And I told him. He said, "Would you do your part to try and help the girls become part of the community?" Am I doing my part, Jason?
Oh, absolutely, man. I'm
Are you content? Because I know you thought me to be some white redneck racist. Conservative.
And I thought. And it's only if, James Chen and those guys can see it. You're like way more leftist than I thought. It's just, you have
Don't ever call me leftist. I will kill you. Don't ever call me leftist. I will kill you.
Don't ever compare James to James Chen.
I am not a
There we go.
Because James actually gives a shit about the community. The other two only care about their image.
I'm not a leftist. I'm just a free thinker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
James Chen and Ultra Dave fuck themselves.
Wait, hold on. What I said is you're much more left than I initially thought. That's.
I'm not left. I'm not left. I'm not center. I'm focused on the center.
Y'all don't know direction.
Are we really gonna go into this?
Okay, I had a question. For the ladies we have on. So we've come to the mountaintop. We acknowledge that FTC,
women are people. Yep.
Yeah. Women
thanks.
are full of pieces of shit, and we can be pieces of shit sometimes. From the ladies' perspective, I don't want to put this all on your shoulder, but I just have to ask, is there a definitive list? Is there a definitive group of things that we can do to, also for the ladies? I know, Amanda, you have a lot to say on that people can do to, to get this thing rolling in the right direction,
I want to address something really quick, just kind of to go back to something that someone was saying before about the scenes. My local scene, I live in Chicago. My local scene, personally, I've been lucky. The scene is awesome. I've never experienced any of this ridiculous stuff that I've experienced online ever in my local scene. And I go to all the local tournaments if I can catch them. I go to the training sessions that we have at this gaming lounge in Chicago every Monday. So it's just exactly, to Ignite, exactly. And I've never experienced anything like that. And I mean, a lot of the scene knows me. I know wives of some of the players and stuff, and they're even in my. So, it's that kind of thing. And I think that maybe talking to the TOs of the different tournaments, I think that would be cool. I think that is a step in the right direction, and support, honestly, from guys in the scene.
Well, that's why I think it's some of the traveling attitude, because I think here, I don't know, maybe it's just here in Chicago, but I mean, we know here in Chicago, you talk to the wrong girl the wrong way, you know, her cousin or somebody who might be showing up to the event to talk to you about it, like in 10 minutes. So it's just like, you best watch who you talk to. Like, you just don't talk to anybody crazy. Like, that's how we grew up here. Like, you just
No,
do
from
that.
the ladies though, can we get that list? That list. What can we change, ladies and gentlemen? What can we do?
Lenell, you're feeding back, I think.
Yeah, hold on. All right, am I good now?
Testicle one, testicle 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're good.
Really? Testicle.
Hey, testosterone. Oh wait.
There you go.
Hot Pockets 1, 2, 3.
Hot Pockets. And a side of Pepto-Bismol.
Oh god.
Wait, what were the ladies saying? No,
Yes.
I think they were some list or something.
Yes.
Alright, for me, I think the main thing is like, when you go to school, you go to learn. When you go to a tournament, you go to play games. So it's not different if you're playing against a female or male. So just play the game. And if they start talking about something else, then cool, go on with that. But don't go assuming that you're going to find your love of your life when you go to a tournament, or go screw around when you go to a tournament.
Yeah, that's side missions, I call it.
Oh.
Am I the only one who absolutely see nothing wrong with an all-girl group on Facebook?
I don't either.
I don't see
Who the hell?
There's nothing wrong with it.
Who the hell cares? Like, if a girl's all having a group on Facebook is bad, then I guess SoCal private, you know, Facebook or Tekken Academy page is bad too. Like, I absolutely see.
Man, if it's a Chia Pets page, no one cares. Like,
Now let me ask three of you ladies this question, because this is coming from Ustreamer 629355. What about shit talking during matches?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Is there a level? Is there a level where you go, that's crossing the line, or do you just kind of say, you know what, during gameplay, me telling you get fucked, eat a dick? I mean, that's that's open game, because reality is this: I might say that to you, but then at the end of the tournament, and I've already gone into my shit talk and goes beyond shit talk.
Because I know girls, they talk a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
like,
word.
Where would you draw a line?
Talk a lot of shit.
Or do you even draw the line? Or you realize that, you know, shit talking them during gameplay is just shit talking during gameplay?
yeah, it just happens. I don't do it myself, but it's a game, so I'm not gonna take it seriously.
I mean, the good thing is this: if you're ever matched up to a dude, odds are the girls are going to get rooted on anyway. Because every guy wants to see another guy get blown up by a woman.
Well, that's
another thing I want to know: are you talking about the guy she's playing against, or just
the crowd, the whole thing, the crowd?
Okay, yeah, because I'm gonna say, like, I never see people talking that much shit actually doing the match to each other anyway.
You ain't watched me play.
Wait, Amanda was talking? Yeah.
For me personally, though, like, it wouldn't matter because I play by sound because I have some sight problems. So I would have headphones on to hear the game anyway. So I would have like bullshit blockers anyway.
Oh. So do you understand sign language?
No.
Because I would be going, get fucked with sign language. I don't want you to get mad.
Just cover for us.
Yo, we need to start a headphone company like that, man. Shit blockers. The best headphones you'll ever see on the side.
Bullshit blockers, yeah. That's what I
Wait,
call them.
what? Wait, but that's why I have in-game taunts. Hey, think about it.
To be honest,
I have a question.
I have to admit, I do shit talk my female friend. And again, like I said before, like, I will talk to my brother, like, yeah, get fucked, faggot, and blah, 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 you know, but, like, with a girl, I'm like, ooh, you know, I don't say, like, don't even throw any sexual intercourse, like, jokes and shit and whatnot. But it's like...
James is the worst.
Well, you gotta step it up, man. You might have to take some lessons from David.
I mean, listen, anytime, it's burnt into my head. When I was younger in high school, I had to wrestle in one-armed wrestler, and it's the worst feeling in the world. But, yo, that motherfucker's right half of his body was equivalent to, like, 6 guys. So, you know,
fix that problem.
And I had to literally grab onto, and it sounds fucked up, his nub of an arm is up to his elbow, and trying to pin this dude. It wasn't easy. I eventually did, But you know, it's I wouldn't talk shit to him though. You know,
I get what you're saying, Jim.
You know, and when you're matched up against a woman, you're not really going to be talking shit. But the people around, like I said, 99% of the people are going to be rooting for the woman over the guy just because of the excitement of a possible blow up like that. Especially, I lost to a girl in Injustice at NEC.
Oh, was that the little girl that like made fun of you, or?
No, I blew that girl up. That was MLG. No, I'm saying just this pair in Injustice.
I know when I'm sitting down playing the girl, the whole time, all I can thinking is don't lose, don't lose, don't lose.
Now I can make whatever excuse. I can make whatever excuse I want. You know.
Yo, James, was it that girl Ice Angel or whatever her name was?
I'm not sure what her name was. I mean, she blew me up.
Bodying people in pools.
She's Aquaman.
Listen, no offense, but when I get beat by a girl in a video game, I'm thinking to myself, marry me, because like if a girl can beat me in a video game,
no, absolutely not. I was just as salty.
Like I'm sorry, but
I was just as salty. I was just as salty as if I was losing to a guy. You know, but I didn't pop off to her and tell her to get fucked or nothing. I just put my tail between my legs like a bitch and walked away. What am I going to say? You fucking suck, you're a girl. What am I going to do? You fucking suck, you're a girl. I mean, what am I going to tell the girl?
What do you mean black people
that's a little kid. You don't say stuff like a little kid.
Are you saying black people are you know, fucked up?
Oh, here we go. More shit to a little kid.
Again, let's get
because she's gonna be like, "What is that?"
Listen, let's get back to what we were at, which is the list of women, which is the list of women that women want to happen of things that guys do in the tournament scene that shouldn't happen.
Well, I have a question.
One thing I wanted to say was that like someone talked about like if someone says I raped you or whatever, like when you're a girl and you're surrounded with a whole like field full of guys, you sort of get uncomfortable when someone starts talking about rape and stuff like that. Like that's
understandable.
Just something you learn. Like so.
Shoot, when you're a guy surrounded by a field of guys and someone mentions rape, it's a problem.
Yeah, it's kind of
especially when like anyone
talking about rape.
Let her talk.
I mean, let her talk, guys.
Even from a young age, you're sort of like, you know, you sort of get heightened senses. So if you're trying to make them feel comfortable, you probably shouldn't mention it, but I'm sure if a female's in the community in the first place, she won't, you know, blow up and be like, oh my god, I'm so scared. But I mean, you can understand why someone would be uncomfortable if they start, you know, yelling that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you can't be scared. You in the battle zone.
Yeah, I think that word should be removed from the lexicon of the
Now, here's one, you know, and this is a problem with it, and some people's lingo. Rape isn't talking about the actual rape of a woman, but like, you know, I raped you in a game. Doesn't mean yeah. So, but I mean, it's hard to unprogram a word because if that was the case, the word nigga wouldn't be used at all anymore.
Oh, I say nigga,
or just say get body.
Even rape is such a we're taught as a society that rape is such like a horrible thing.
It is,
so
but
it's hard to change your mind on that word. I agree.
I mean, you can say like it's hard to unteach a word, but there's stuff that you don't say at work because you know if you say it out loud at work, you can get fired.
So you can't compare work to like a fighting game.
Yeah,
why can't you compare it?
Because there's too much freedom there. Because there's nothing's gonna happen. You know nothing's gonna happen.
No, the mentality is. The thing at work is, look, you can say whatever you want anytime, any place, but you understand places where things are acceptable and when they're not acceptable.
Yeah, I agree with Winston.
Listen, how about this?
I agree.
How about this? I from this day forward, I will never use the word rape. Now, when I would normally use the word rape, and if I'm playing a girl or guy, I blew your motherfucking back out. You took the dick to the head. Shut the fuck up and get out the seat and go to losers.
Much better.
Is that better? Because I dropped that word. Because you know, and that's where, like I said, women have the ability to separate, but that word is a little fucking beyond.
Is too OD.
Yeah, it's just too much.
It's honestly the reason why I'm really against it too. Because I'm gonna be straight up. I've been threatening a lot of things. I've been threatening to get beaten up online over stupid shit of me styling on someone in Marvel 3. And you know what? Even I was threatened to be raped. So yeah, let's ban that word.
That's fucked
believe
up.
That nigga.
I just say.
Wait, well, all right. My view on this whole words issue is context matters. context matters. Context matters.
But not with that. But not with that word.
It does matter.
Like, rape just got to go, dude. Like, how are we gonna sit there
To
and
drop
say,
one word? To drop one word?
It's the bottom line. Like, there's no arguing it. Rape has to go. That word has to go. There's no bottom.
I don't care. I don't care if you came from a country that only had 2 words: rape and candy. I mean, that's it. Those words are one of now. All you could do now is go. Now all you could do is go candy, 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 candy. You drop the word from your vocabulary.
Named Candy.
However, I have to say this though. I don't give a damn how esports this community ever goes. I am still going to call white dude, white girl, an Asian dude. I'm going to call everybody niggas. You all niggas.
Oh, wait. You know
if you make me mad and you style on me or you perfect me, I'm calling you a nigga.
Just to add in
that nigga moment.
Compliment. So.
Like faggot, I don't say that as much anymore. Because I have homosexual and transgender friends, so I do that out of respect. And rape, I'm trying to do that out of respect.
Well, but
let's believe I'm with my brothers and cousins. I'm like, yeah, get raped, you faggot. You know, I'm just gonna go in.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah, it's intense. Marvel 2, Marvel 3, we go in.
But no, all right. Well, I have a question for the ladies though, and your thoughts.
Damn it! I've been waiting to ask a question.
Ask a question.
But fucking Russell.
Thing is,
if you guys can't play nice, I cut you all off, except for the ladies and me.
There you go. but the thing is, the question I have for the ladies is, what you think about the whole issue about banning words? Because as far as I think about it, if you ban a word, somebody's going to find another word to replace it with, and then it over time elevates.
I wasn't mentioning it to say ban it. I was just mentioning to make you understand why a female would be uncomfortable if you use certain language. So like it's just like something to have back there.
Yeah, it's not even a word. I mean, you
it's
can
not
say
a
it
word.
in the
It's
nicest
like
of words.
Yeah, it's how you say it. Like you can be like.
Context matters, right?
Like,
I said bandit myself. I was
You can know when somebody's talking.
I agree with
you know
bandit.
someone's serious.
I said
one at a time. Let ladies talk.
Me personally, words don't bother me. Like, if you're saying it in the strict context of the game, I came from like online play. I've heard 20 times words. Like, I'm cool with it. It's fine. It doesn't bother me because, like, as long as you're not telling me literally you want to rape me, then if you just say you rape me in the game, I'm used to it. It's cool. Like, I'm over it. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I got shit on. You're right.
So you're saying the person has to explicitly say in the game, and then it's okay.
Like you can
not literally.
No. He's saying
One at a time.
One at a time.
If we're sitting next to each other, okay, if 2 players sit next to each other, me and someone else, and someone's like, damn, I raped you, and I just got perfected, fucking full contact across the screen, I wasn't blocking, I got raped in the game. Yeah. Whoa. But if I walk away from that, and I'm in a corner by myself on my phone, he's like, yo, what's I raped?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay,
that's what I mean.
I mean, granted this, I would love for a girl to blow a guy up and be like, yo, you just got raped, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wait for the day that happens.
Yo, that's when Crying Brian is gonna go to Big E and get her kicked out of the tournament.
Kick her? Why is it gonna be Crying Brian?
No. What's gonna happen is Ryan's gonna take on Noel Brown, right? At some point.
Oh no.
And he's gonna, after he beats Noel Brown, Marvel in the first of 5, he's gonna be like, yeah, you just got raped, son. He's gonna cry. He's gonna walk away, and you're gonna hear Eye of the Tiger playing. You're gonna see someone holding the controller and everything. You're gonna see Noel Brown shake, and he's just like, what the fuck just happened? Jaha's gonna be hip parades, dancing around like a schoolgirl with a flower on his head. Be like, yeah, guys, we did it.
You thought a lot about this, didn't you?
Yeah, he thought a lot.
No, not really. I just thought
that was a lot of processing there, my friend.
But getting back to the word.
Hey,
I wanted to
when
say
I talk about jokes, I go
One
in.
at a time.
The thing with the rape thing, I'm not necessarily saying like we must ban. Like if you say rape, you're like banned from a tournament like for a year or 2. I'm just saying to be more respectful, not just to women. Again, I literally got niggas from Mexico said he was gonna come to Evo, stab and kill me, and rape me. Not even
in that order, or
the other way around.
The other way around.
Change your motherfucker. So I'm gonna find you at Evo. And
well,
so
I'm about to say, because if he can kill you and still do that, that's amazing.
Andy's gonna play. Andy's gonna play top 8 in KOF.
Damn.
I
Damn.
don't think we heard
my wife will be Street Fighter.
Melanie on this particular topic. We know Amanda has like a thick skin about it, which is pretty cool. But how do you feel about that?
I grew up with 3 brothers, so I typically have a tough skin as well. Like, I mean, I've talked shit with my friends, male friends, whatever. I don't particularly mind it, but I think also the guy kind of needs to gauge the female that they're playing with. You can't just sit down next to a girl who's
Lenell,
kind of shy.
I hear you crunching around over there.
And just kind of like go ham.
What the hell is that?
Who is eating
paper?
The heck was that?
I just dropped it, Lenell. Hold on. Lenell, I know you're here in the stream. I'm going to give you a 2-3 second delay. Whatever paper you're crumbling, please stop it. So when I add you back in, it'll come back in muted. There we go. You back?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
All right, that's better.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, I was just pretty much saying that I think the guy just kind of needs to gauge the situation. You can't sit down and play with a girl who's probably not really talking to you and seems kind of shy, and then like, you know, talk about get fucked. Like, that's not kind of gauge.
You know that the reason why I say ban it is because of the growth of the scene. Because you know, a lot of people always say like, oh, esports, and they're trying to separate them from the SGC. Fighting game community